Mi gente, normalmente yo no soy una persona de contestar este tipo de cosas en las cámaras. Pues en mis redes sociales me refiero, en una entrevista así. La razón por la cual yo apoyé a Donald Trump era porque yo pensé que era lo mejor para la economía en los Estados Unidos, donde vivimos muchos latinos, me incluyo, muchos inmigrantes que están sufriendo por la economía, y él siendo negociante pensé que era el mejor movimiento. Nunca en mi vida pensé que un mes después iba a venir un comediante a criticar a mi país y a hablar mal de mi país. Y por ende, renuncio a cualquier apoyo a Donald Trump y me echo a los lados a cualquier situación política. Puerto Rico se respeta. Nikki Jam.
That was Nikki Jam posting a video to his 43 million Instagram followers withdrawing his support for Donald Trump in the aftermath of this moment from Trump's Madison Square Garden rally.
It is absolutely wild times. It really, really is. And, you know, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay, all right, okay, we're getting there.
And gonna be honest with you, it probably shouldn't have taken Nikki this long, considering this is what happened to him when Trump touted Nikki's endorsement on stage. Or I guess I should say this is what happened to her.
Latin music superstar Nikki Jam. Do you know Nikki? She's hot. Where is Nikki? Where is Nikki? Thank you, Nikki. Great to be having you here. Now you have to get, oh look, come here. I'm glad he came up.
It's an honor to me to meet you, Mr. President. People that come from where I come from, they don't meet the president, so I'm lucky. I'm gonna say this, but we need you. We need you back, right? We need you to be the president. And apart from that, I gotta say this in Spanish. Han pasado 4 años y no ha pasado nada. Necesitamos a Trump. Let's make America great again.
And look, I'm not here to give campaign advice to Donald Trump, but maybe, just maybe, know at least the gender of the person whose endorsement you're about to accept on stage, instead of just embarrassing them by virtue of the fact that you couldn't be bothered. Just, you know, for starters. Nikki Jam is just the latest, by the way, in a series of Latino artists who've come out against Donald Trump. Here's megastar Jaime Camille from our latest interview.
I think it's very unfortunate. I think it's a horrible way to describe a demographic and an ethnicity that is the economic engine of this country. You know, we do so much for America, and America does, you know, so much for us as well, right? But it's just crazy how somebody would consider Puerto Ricans garbage, or Mexicans rapists and drug dealers, or Latinos or immigrants crazy people that rape and eat cats and dogs, right? It's crazy. It's just, Brian, I don't even know what to say. It's so disrespectful. It's so far away from common humanity and decency that this is, we're really, I mean, are we dealing with this right now?
Yeah.
Were those remarks just said 1 week before the election at a political rally? What is, like, where are we? What year are we living? Like, what's happened? Oh my God, vote, man, vote, pay attention. You know, some of the Latinos are very, like, family oriented. So it's like, no, but my dad and my grandpa, they love Ronald Reagan. So of course I'm going to vote Republican. It's like, that Republican Party no longer exists. Like,
yeah.
Like, pay attention. Have your own voice. Have your own opinion. It is okay to go to their websites and read policy and this and that and really understand what's at stake. At least vote for someone that has a minimum, well-calibrated moral and ethical compass.
And beyond that, musical superstar Bad Bunny took to Instagram and posted this to his 45 million followers.
I will never forget what Donald Trump did and what he did not do when Puerto Rico needed a caring and a competent leader. He abandoned the island, tried to block aid after back-to-back devastating hurricanes, and offered nothing more than paper towels and insults.
Beyond Bad Bunny, J-Lo posted to her 250 million followers, Ricky Martin posted to his 19 million followers, Luis Fonsi posted to his 16 million followers, including the message here. I understand comedy, I'm a big fan of it, I love roast, trust me, I get it, but this is far from comedy. Not now, not against my island, my people, hell nah. It's okay to have different views, and I respect those who think different from me, but going down this racist path ain't it. I'm proud to be Puerto Rican, to be Latino. We are not okay with this constant hate. It's been abundantly clear that these people have no respect for us, and yet they want our vote. Oh yeah, and I purposefully wrote this in English because yes, we are American too. And let's be clear, while these Latino artists command audiences of hundreds of millions of people, a lot of them are in swing states that Donald Trump will need to win. Just among Puerto Ricans alone, look at these numbers. There are 450,000 in Pennsylvania, 100,000 in North Carolina, 65,000 in Wisconsin, 50,000 in Michigan, 1.1 million in Florida, 230,000 in Texas, and 100,000 in Georgia, which of course is to say nothing of the rest of the Latino population, which I'm sure can relate to and appreciate the bigotry being aimed at Puerto Ricans. And if the Trump campaign thought that this issue would just go away with time, that doesn't seem to be the case. According to Politico, a nonpartisan Puerto Rican group drafted a letter urging its members to oppose Trump on Election Day. Other Puerto Rican voters were lighting up WhatsApp chats with reactions to the vulgar display and raising it in morning conversations at their bodegas. Some are planning to protest Trump's rally Tuesday in Allentown, a majority Latino city with one of the largest Puerto Rican populations in the state. Also according to Politico, this was just like a gift from the gods, said Victor Martinez, an Allentown resident who owns the Spanish-language radio startup La Mega, noting some Puerto Rican voters in the area have been on the fence about voting at all. If we weren't engaged before, we are all paying attention now. He added the morning radio show he hosts was chock full of callers Monday sounding off on the Trump rally comments, including a Puerto Rican Trump supporter who is now telling people not to vote for the former president. So yeah, not exactly the closing message I'd imagine Trump was trying to send in the final weeks of the election to exactly the group of people whose support he'll need to expand his coalition enough to get him over the finish line. I mean, hell, even Republicans started to distance themselves from these comments made at Trump's rally. Rick Scott took to Twitter writing, "This joke bombed for a reason. It's not funny and it's not true. Puerto Ricans are amazing people and amazing Americans. I've been to the island many times. It's a beautiful place. Everyone should visit. I will always do whatever I can to help any Puerto Rican in Florida or on the island." Republican Congresswoman Maria Salazar wrote, disgusted by Tony Hinchcliffe's racist comment calling Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. "This rhetoric does not reflect the GOP values. Puerto Rico sent 48,000 soldiers to Vietnam with over 345 Purple Hearts awarded. This bravery deserves respect. Educate yourself." And of course, it's not just Republicans. Democrats aren't shying away either. Here's AOC.
Donald Trump and that entire cadre of people up on that stage, Stephen Miller, etc., do not respect the law of the United States of America. And they either want to win this election or they are using rhetoric of taking it by force. That is what they mean, and that's what they're doing when they are inciting violence and hatred against Latinos, against Black Americans, against Americans who don't have children, you have J.D. Vance literally talking about watering down people's right to vote, depending on if they can viably carry a child or not. We have to understand how unhinged this campaign has gotten, and the only reason that the rhetoric has gotten this far is precisely because they are trying to prime the kind of froth that led up to the January 6th attack on the Capitol. And so it's very important that we connect those dots. And right now, the campaign is scrambling, and they're trying to blame this rhetoric on a so-called comedian. This is not a comedian. This is the Trump campaign. They invited this rhetoric on their stage for a reason. It was a chorus of speakers on that campaign for a reason. It was vetted, and they knew exactly who was going to say what before they went on. And so the only backtracking that they're doing right now is just because tens of thousands of Puerto Ricans happen to live in Philadelphia, Florida, Michigan, Wisconsin, and also the several swing seats in the House of Representatives that run through the state of New York, and they're just realizing that they might have made a big error by saying out loud what they're thinking.
Even Kamala's campaign wasted no time posting this video online.
A floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
I will never forget what Donald Trump did. He abandoned the island. and offered nothing more than paper towels and insults. Puerto Ricans deserve better. As president, I will always fight for you and your families, and together we can chart a new way forward.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
So look, my message for Latinos is frankly not too dissimilar from my message to Trump's own base. Donald Trump does not care about you. He doesn't have an ounce of respect for you. When he had the opportunity to help you in office, he opted instead to help his ultra-wealthy donors and his own family. And if he can't be bothered to show you any respect when he needs something from you, with an election happening right now, do you really think he'll govern for you when he doesn't need anything? Trump thinks he's owed your vote because he fearmongers about the other side. Right now is your opportunity to show him that he is entitled to nothing. Before you go, just a quick note, if you'd like to see more of my content, which is always free of advertising, sponsorships, and paywalls, please make sure to subscribe to this channel using the subscribe button right here on the screen. And if you'd like to support my work even further, you can grab a copy of my instant #1 New York Times selling book, Shameless, available for sale right now. That link is also on the screen. Thanks so much for watching.